Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Mars!
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Ogre Magi!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to ban.
Mirana.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team's turn to pick.
Winter Wyvern.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Queen of Pain.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire Team's turn to ban.
Morphling.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team ban. Dire Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team's turn to ban. Dire Team's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant Team's turn to pick.
It's a warrior.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
The big first
A wyvern's breath.
spirit player. Also
Big
pretty
Earth
good on
Spirit
IO.
fan here.
Wonderful.
You have
I'm not a big
learned
IO fan. I'm not a big
nothing.
IO fan. I'm not a very big Ogre Magi fan. I understand that IO is like an amazing hero in a lot of matchups, but I'm not sure how strong he's going to be here. I do like the Barrier to round out the draft and make up for the fact that your supports aren't doing a ton of damage, though, because you need a big damage offlaner, and Batrider will provide that this game.
A wyvern's breath.
Play here. There's probably some vision here.
Thirty seconds to
Everyone-
battle.
So I have and they find now. Just find the perfect position in the river to get maximum coverage here. Make sure to cover all your bases where the opposite ward could be.
Very nice. You love to see it. I mean, if you're an Extreme Gaming fan anyway. They kind of had to commit all of their heroes onto that one, though. Sometimes you want to give up the Observer Ward XP to the mid laner so they can hit level 2
Let's
before
get moving.
first wave goes down. And it gives them a lot of harassing strength in the lane.
Next year went to the IO. That's the first blood actually, right off the bat.
First blood.
Just
Very nice.
Little bit of Batrider humor for us. Nice one, drag and drop.
I did not know what I said there.
Did right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
That was completely unconscious.
But it goes the way of Paparazzi there. So your mid laner has a pretty big gold advantage to start this game off. And already I feel like he does pretty well in this Void Spirit matchup. With how Dagger is now, the fact that you heal up on every tick of it, it does make a pretty big difference for how well you're able to trade against these enemy mids. And Void Spirit is somebody who struggles against it quite a bit. So he's got level, what, like... He's got level 2 when he's still level 1 with the second creep wave met here on this Void Spirit, so he's able to continue to click him down underneath the tower. I think he'll be okay. But he just tried to dodge that one out and he missed.
I did get the range creep though, one of them. If you're able to secure that, but yes. Dodge that. It's gonna start stacking up. It's like one of the problems that we Void Spirits these days. You don't often win lanes anymore. Turn up more classic side. The other spirit heroes are generally stronger, like this is Storm. Or Shy. And in Queen of Pain also a classic late dominator with the second.
Yep. This is something that a lot of mid laners actually practice, like the Queen of Pain Void Spirit matchup, the Queen of Pain Ember Spirit matchup, because if you can dodge out the Shadow Strikes, like with your Sleight of Fist, with your Dissimulate, then you do fairly well in the lane. But Dissimulate has a higher cast point than Sleight of Fist, so it's much more difficult to dodge, and Paparazzi's been kind of faking him out. So it ends up landing around the
Dire's
same
courier
time that
has
the
been
dagger
killed.
connects, and he hasn't managed to get the dodge quite yet. Which is kind of unfortunate. He's losing the lane a little bit harder than he should be because of it. He was slow to get his bottle. He was forced to pick up the water before his bottle got there, which is just unfortunate.
Rati to play that game of forcing out the simulate.
Yeah,
Harking
mind
back to the
games.
classic, the classic puck versus Queen of Pain, where the puck would also have the dodge triple push-up projectile. So you have to
Yep. But Puck a little bit easier time doing it. He doesn't have to commit to 100 mana when he does it either, so this is really messing up with this Void Spirit's ability to CS or even exist inside the lane, and it shows. You know, 18-3 right now on this Queen of Pain to the 11-1 on the Void Spirit now. The man's mind flayed.
Radiant's courier has been
maybe he
killed.
can get unplayed to TM as the Magi down bottom. Bullet arrow, that's a lot of damage.
You were brain dead already.
Into arrow.
Dire
no
structures
bad
are
combo,
fortified.
so this kill potential down bottom. Now to come play, that's also a lot of punishment. He has level 2 in the shift, so he will be fine.
Yeah,
Courier
mixing
also died. He cannot the Morbid Mask out for a while. Yeah, wants to wait and bring it to him, but it's actually keeping mid because his mid lane is also calling for help.
Yeah, he needs a bottle refill desperately on the Void Spirit.
You always thought about how the bottle
Yeah, you kind of cup your hands and you as much water from the fountain as you can, and then you just kind of pour it into the bottle.
I like to think that he's just taking a big gulp. You know, keeping
Oh no, that's just unsanitary.
It's
You want to share gems with Ogre Magi?
I mean, you need to hands to cast the teleport spell, right?
Dude.
Like clapping and whatnot.
I don't know what's worse. Ogre Magi doesn't seem like the kind of guy who washes his hands. Bottom lane.
Price to pay, you know.
Yeah. I thought Dust would go down there, but he's gonna be just fine. It's like you said, 2 points in the attribute shift means he's gonna be okay down here. They don't really have the kill potential. I think that's part of the reason why they opted to go this, but he does get his Morbid Mask now. His courier's back up, and he's gonna send down raindrops as well, which I think is an excellent pickup. Yeah.
TZY gets a flame break out just in the nick of time, pushing Ursa across the little things to get more distance. Very close indeed.
Surprised that he nearly got TZY there. I guess he's just playing a little bit too far up. They don't have much kill potential on Ursa right now. He's sitting at fairly high HP and he's got 21 charges. And I did mention this, that once Ursa is level... What? That was only a matter of time.
Autumn as well, though. Looks like they got the... Not even a combo,
they got the Morphling.
Spells from the Mars.
Yeah, and this was just before his Morbid Mask and his raindrops arrived. He would have been just fine if it had gotten there, but it was just a couple seconds too late, and he ends up going down.
That is not great. Why needs some help from the IO, you would think, and there it is coming in.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Barely enough, but not a ton of region here. Actually, he has the bottle, but oh god, no, he's going back in.
Elements cracks in
Why?
Dire's top tower?
Why, TZY?
Questionable, but just didn't have complete vision over there. I mean, on the Dire side, they could see that the Batrider wasn't too far away. If he was inside the lane, that observer would have given him vision of the Batrider exiting. But yeah, they clear it out now. No. It was a giveaway with the ward. They knew the Batrider was somewhere around there. That's why Ursa stuck around instead of walking too far away. So they tried to make a prediction play there on TZY, and it ended up failing miserably, unfortunately. But the logic, that was the logic on that one there. Batrider thought, okay, Ursa's not going to stick around in these trees here. Well, he had no reason to leave.
They gambled and then they lost. Now they're gonna try again. I was kind of around there. He's got the raindrops to block some of that damage.
Ursa's 6 now, though. This is the timing that we mentioned in the draft, right?
Yep.
You were saying it. Once Ursa hits level 6, he's able to dispel the sticky napalm stacks. He also has huge tank up ability. So he could run at TZY without a care in the world up here now. The man's got to be careful. And it's going to get worse in a second. Phase boots are about to come out. He's going to have that much more rundown ability.
Yeah. Especially if DY also lands the Splinter Blast and the Arctic Burn.
Yeah.
That's why I was also kind of getting far away from the Batrider, only linking up when he has to, because if you're too close, you target for this.
It's very important for them to have vision up. Speaking of, placed an observer ward up on top of the hill there. I think Dire probably saw them drop that ward. So that one will get dewarded by the Winter Wyvern shortly. As soon as he gets Sentry out anyways. But for now, he's just going to stack. I think he's trying to stack up, so he dropped his Arctic Burn there.
Wise. Well, he was stacking up napalm. Meanwhile, he's stacking up napalm. Alright. Paid more attention to this lane with Morphling just solo dies.
Yeah. I did catch that one. Just getting hit out by an arrow. Lost all of his mana, so he wasn't able to waveform away, and then auto attack down underneath the trees.
Like the play from DY here. Also, he gets the observer, he gets the nice zone, because you know most that those pounds get dewarded.
Yeah. But State of the game not great now for Xtreme Gaming. You know, they're down 4k net worth already at 8 minutes into the game. We're 0-6. They're getting picked apart all over the map.
It's not just on supports that these kills are happening, it's on cores, but it's the second time that Dustin ended up dying. So Void Spirit die once in mids, solo. Adroid as well, I mean... How do you play from behind against the Ursa?
Radiant's middle tower could use
We
some
have
help.
some great team fight control on top side of the Void Spirit, who is not ready yet. He's not been comfortable engaging into any sort of...
No, not until he has this Yule Scepter. Not even close until he has this Yule Scepter. Like, that is going to be his big setup. That's going to what's, you know, stopping him getting killed as well. He does do decent burst damage right now, but you know, he's pretty far behind his Queen of Pain. He's 1.6k net worth behind him, and yeah, we lose another more off the board. We're running out of Marios here.
Dire have fortified their structures.
Technically,
Dire's bottom tower is being double kill.
as well. Wide major rotation in and might be able to play for counter kill here. But the channel will make it a lot harder. He does not have the protection.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Yeah, just like that, another kill that they can't turn when they dive and grab that Ogre Magi up in the top lane. You don't really have the rundown potential onto this Morphling just yet. Maybe a Diffusal Blade might be able to burn out his mana and chase him down, but oh god.
They're ready. Ah, okay.
Radiant's top tower.
They can keep going.
Better.
They probably could keep going. He's morphed to full strength at the moment, though. He's got 18 wand charges, but I think if they wanted to, they could turn this on him and run him down. The fact that ultimate missed wasn't great. Nice dodge on that Shadow Strike. That Shadow Strike landing there, I think, would have killed him.
Just as much help as blood.
And was way too low HP.
Sonic Wave.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, I thought the Sonic Wave came out at the same time the Arcane Rune did, but he popped the Sonic Wave first. So he's got the full cooldown on it. Paparazzi's gonna be just fine. He's baiting him. He's still got Blink available.
But Paparazzi with their play aggressively at least, and making sure that the rest of the heal towers not be afraid. A bit of chip
Dire's
damage done
bottom
by
tower needs some help.
Deal with that as well.
Yep, not the ideal first tower. I mean, it kind of helps for invading the enemy triangle and for invading or for taking Roshan, but you'd much rather have mid or the safe lane of the Radiant team for establishing map control. I imagine that's going to be their next objective, but they're not really ready to take these fights until they have their first item completed on several of these heroes, and that's going to be, you know, Diffusal Blade on the Ursa, Orchid on this Queen of Pain, and Blink Dagger on the Mars. Speaking of Mars...
Oh god.
Dominating.
I was not quick enough for that, I do apologize.
I went off on a tangent there, my bad. I'm distracting you with my honeyed words.
Looking at the top there is they're trying to get an extra tier 1 tower, but
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. I guess Radiant fortified their
Marana will be
structures.
able to trade this one. Though Arena means they will
Kazi?
feel...
Radiant's bottom tower's going.
Oh.
No, he's quite slow. Okay, comes in. I want to get some revenge, but what's for detection?
Yeah, and they just walk away. I mean, this is the second time where they haven't managed to catch anyone with detection.
Oh.
I mean, they have detection, but unfortunately, Okamaja is the one carrying it. Bottom lane. Looks like they might finally get a counter kill.
He's still alive. That Sonic Wave to turn this one around on a bad rider, and now Monster out of mobility. Even down Kazi's next.
Under attack.
They got the mask kill, but what cost? Up top, Mercy, he's being rushed down as well by Ursa.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
And that's where you say no, comma, Mercy. Saving that one. Not exactly, it didn't land great, but at the very least, Magma, they're on the board. They get themselves a single kill. They end up losing 4 heroes across the map, getting that kill, but they are on the board now. It gets them a little bit of XP, but they're now behind 8k now with here at 13 minutes of the game. This is an absolute beatdown. I have not seen a disadvantage like this in a while.
Like AC always says, needs to turn the bacon into a breadstick, but the other team's
Radiant's
14
middle tower
breadsticks
shouldn't have to
already.
take this
They're
abuse.
still gonna end up hungry.
That's a lot of breadsticks.
It is. Yeah, Extreme Gaming. Extremely far ahead at the moment.
Enough breadsticks for a pizza party. Which don't have the best reputation here in Dota. Void Spirit. I was trying to show off his Blink Dagger.
Yeah, ED rune stolen away, and now
Dire's top
still
tower is
simulate
under
another
attack.
run, but right into paparazzi. You don't even need else with the big, or maybe they would. Spear missing. Mercy tried to help with the first heal, but yeah, I realize this
Double
is
kill.
fate.
His middle tower is under attack.
Took the bats worse on the blink forward. Okay, reveal over on the Bat Rider.
Own
Look him down, why don't you?
Radiant's middle tower
See this
is
kill
down.
stunned up with the
Radiant
multicast on the
structures are
T2 tower, but
fortified.
he does not care. Pause to rub it in. Come on, XG. Come on.
Absolutely no honor. No, I imagine it's something else, but these are the timings that I talked about. The Orchid being completed now, the Queen of Pain, the Blink Dagger on this Mars, and
I'm
the
fine with
Diffusal
waiting
Blade is
now,
coming
but
out to
let's
Ursa as we
go.
speak. And that was the
Those
last big time, and they haven't
cracks
completed
inside
any
his
real items in the side of
Where did
Magma,
Radiant's
so they're
middle
ready to bring the
tower
hurt here. And in fact, even before this Diffusal Blade's completed, with the amount of pressure that his team is putting on the mid tower, they're just going to go straight into Roshan. And use this
15 minutes in, they have all of the big items. The first big timing window, they're gonna get Roshan to boot.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take
There it
this
is.
abuse.
Aegis the Immortal going the way of the Ursa, and you know, he's for him as well, so he's got to keep going. Has absolutely no need to get back with his team.
Got
Got the Observer Ward, but he scouts 3 of them out.
That's got Zone control. Pain, finds some time for the voice, but still gets geared up there. Take a bunch of damage. They don't have the vision to finish him off. They do bring down paparazzi. Healed up, still alive. He gets to live. Tank, not so much with the multicast. Come on, right clicks. He's gonna get this kill at least. And that's the one to end the wicked sick kill streak on the 4th position Mirana.
After the dust settles, I feel like that may actually be worth it. Tank going down there for the cost of, you know, your off laner and your mid. Yeah, XP advantage actually went the way of Magma there. You get the support, but you lose too. That is the kind of disadvantage that they're at, but they did significantly more damage than that last team fight. 4,800 coming out from the side of Magma, 3,600 from Extreme Gaming there. They just can't quite finish any of these heroes off. Again, there's so much more XP, so much more gold in them. All these big items having just been completed. Mid lane.
Cast there, but still it's spear to the side of the arena. Mercy linking up. The arrow just in the nick of time, but he can't slow down so much. Gets one more spell out. That's it. Even the Sunny Wave committed. Oh, maybe that's a bit overkill for the ogre, but I guess we're just done with that particular engagement. Just wanted to put into it. Take control of this Radiant jungle.
One thing I've seen about Paparazzi in this game is, there's absolutely no hesitation about dropping this Sonic Wave. If it's off cooldown and he feels like he's going to be able to secure a kill with it, he drops it. And I do like that.
Not much good's happening to
Game like
Radiant's
this,
bottom tower.
it's not like you
They're beating on
wire
Dire's
it
top
for,
tower.
any of the other kills.
It
There's
looks
plenty
like
of other
Dire
ways
fortified their structure.
finish off the
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Be
attack.
careful now, though, perhaps. Oh, Luna, there's still a Winter's Curse. Not seen that yet this
No, we haven't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, I think at
Not much
this
good's
point they don't really
happening
need
to
to drop the
Radiant's
Winter's
bottom
Curse. If
tower.
anything, it'll kind of mess up the amount of AoE damage that they have on their side, which is a lot of AoE damage. But they're going to be playing it safe, just like you mentioned. BKBs are being worked on by several heroes inside of Extreme Gaming. That Lincoln Sphere for the Queen of Pain stuff, despite the fact that they're running so hard, they want to break high ground, they need defensive items. They don't want to give Magma the opportunity to turn this game around. Very disciplined gameplay here on Extreme. And there's your first Winter's Curse.
slow them down. The TPs come in. At the same time, they're also running into dust. It's getting killed here before the arrow even connects.
Radiant's crying.
That runner dies up top at the same time.
Gold and sweet.
This kill on the Morphling in front of the secret shop. I mean, just the confidence on XG. They see, all right, what's going on is getting cornered up top. that's all TP. No, it's just some of them are TP. The other ones are still hanging around looking for the backstab and finding a juicy extra kill on the carry.
Yeah, ends up ripping that Morphling apart before he's able to attribute over to strength. Only got like part way there at the amount of damage that came out from this Ursa, and that BKB
Radiant's
almost
middle
dead now.
tower is
Once he's
under
done that, maybe the BKB on the mark and the Lincoln's on pop. At that point, they're gonna be ready to go high ground. Io, no mercy.
Close narrow 1.5, blasting back on the Mars, but there's silence over Morphling. He's got the well, and nuking it down. Good fight does again. Batrider 2, Kazi finds the nuke on Mars, and cost is too high. Again. Bring down his tier 2 tower.
Radiant's middle tower
sooner or
could use
later.
some help.
I mean, it's kind of annoying to deal with
Dyer's
thanks to Ursa, despite the fact that he's got disages and he's so tanky, he doesn't want
Dyer's
to deal with the
bottom tower
Blasted
needs some
Tower.
help.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, fair enough. Does hurt.
Radiant's middle tower
Tier 2s
is
do
under
as much
attack.
damage as Tier 4s, I
Dyer's
believe.
bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 2, yeah.
Uh,
Tier 1's
uh,
only do 90.
Yeah. When you start diving tier 2s, you can turn fights around pretty quickly. Like a big thing that you can do when a team goes too far forward is just drop the Tower of Lack if you're able to hold anyone down, and it completely turns a team fight. You know, when you got Bloodlust up here with that, and the attack is like double attack speed, and you're hitting everybody, it can make a pretty big difference. So, makes sense they play this a little bit more careful. Even if they're up 15k now, we're here at 20 minutes in.
Agents of the Force.
That's the truth. About here. No mercy on him either. He's just closer towards this BKB that he needs to be able to sit on top of the high ground. Once he hits that one, he's not really concerned about the magic damage or these constant dots, these spinnable spells coming up for the Batrider and the Void Spirit. Speaking of Batrider, he's working out his own BKB. He's quite far behind his timing though. He might just opt to go egg and shard here.
Even if he gets BKB, what does it really change?
I mean, don't go down so he's diffuse
that's
the
one way
play.
to do it, you know, just get out the engage on illusions.
And you can get out of the arena of blood as well, because Firefly doesn't actually make
Radiant's middle tower
fly, it's
shouldn't have to
fire
take
walk.
this
Oh, right,
abuse.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still at ground, you know, you just have you can go over unpathable terrain. It's like one of the only abilities that does that, which doesn't get you over the arena.
Well, thanks. I'm glad that all of your mechanics very
We call them mechanics in the industry.
mechanics.
Yeah, thank you.
Very easy to remember. What? No exception.
Shadows.
Full 5-minute smoke, so perhaps desperation smoke time. They've got the blink as well. On the Batrider and target again.
Your life.
If you can get out. Speeder over Batrider. He's just on immediately, but Darrow finds an eye. They have to let him go as well. Kazi. TP. There's no way to stop this one.
They're hunting. They want to be able to get this Void Spirit here, and try Astro Step up in a moment, but
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
This on that one. Well, that's silent.
Radiant's middle
Queen of
tower
Pain
has
as
fallen.
well.
Radiant's
got no
middle
time
tower
left.
shouldn't have to take this abuse.
Plus a tower.
Dire Snow fortified their
Instant
structures.
counter glyph there.
I mean, I don't think this.
What last
Oh my god. Dude, this Bloodlust Tower Fly actually makes quick work of the creeps there into that tier 3. So they're forced to get back for now, but I don't think they mind on Xtreme Gaming. If they can give them back on their base when they get this next Roshan, then they're going to be just as happy. And they are working on you know, these next set of defensive items. The BKB on the Queen of Pain is coming out, and the Blink Dagger on Ursa, who hasn't even popped his first BKB charge. He's going to be able to jump the backline and wreak havoc here on Magma.
Radiant's top tower
is
has
beyond
looked
Team
better.
420. We're 10 better than that with 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah, it's like they always say, Dragon Drop,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
430 nerds. I believe that's a classic line. He's almost done his BKB as well. Needs another, what, 340 gold, and he'll have that one completed. Which, I think he'll get with like 1 or 2 more creep camps in his Roche kill. Or so he's probably going to clear out the Ancients, this triangle, or... No, he's wasting... Come on, clear out the Ancients, the triangle. And he's going to beeline over the Roche pit.
Guy is back up and again. So Magma, first they don't succeed. Try again, this is the only shot that they really have. Get a quick pick, ideally on a really good target, and then get out somehow. Because it's FXG, Chan, with Graph Smoke. 6 kilo each. Also being spammed which ways. Everyone knows what's up here. Smoke and no smoke.
I mean, Magma know how far behind they are.
Re-initiation. Yoga Magma. What just goes to the back? You're right next to that. He's not shifting. He can't. He's silenced. He's dead.
They might just, yeah, they do. After that, they might just call it the perfect initiation. I mean, the Mars, he jumps forward. They think it's going to be great. Here, they catch out with that arena is the Ogre Magi there. They think, okay, well, we can take this fight. Now on the other side of the team fight. That first Blink Dagger reveal did absolutely nothing but battle as Winter Wyvern got that curse on you when the Morphling was beside him, no less. A worst case scenario, Orchid comes out afterwards. Flawless game by Xtreme Gaming.
Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Just a moment ago, because that was not pretty.
Radiant team ban.
Unfortunately, there's a match ticker there, so
Dire team's
we
turn
got to
to
keep score. It was a pretty quick match, but you're right, it was not pretty. What was the underscore of that one again? It was like
Radiant
3
team's
to
turn to pick.
4 to 30 something, 5. They got a 5th kill at the end, right?
4 to
I'm not
33.
crazy. Oh, I am crazy.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
That's trauma for you. You just kind of misremember, kind of insert your own reality onto what happened. It was only 4 kills to 33, but I do believe they're going to mix things up this time. Last match, I talked about how they should prioritize the Blade matchup against Paparazzi a little bit more. The main had way
Dire
too
team's
easy
turn to
time in
ban.
that Queen of Pain Void Spirit matchup.
Radiant
You're of the
team's turn to
opinion that
ban.
the Queen of Pain, or sorry, that the Void Spirit is a little bit underwhelming right now, though, right?
Yeah, I'm. Especially if you're playing from behind. If you're playing from ahead, you can do what you want to do. But even if the
Dire
game's
team's
even,
turn to
you need
ban.
someone else who really
Radiant
can
team's
provide
turn
that
to
extra
ban.
damage to actually get kills, and playing from behind it just provide anything.
Well, Magma, they're going to play a little bit safer this time as they go for the Razor. One of the more consistent picks at the moment. I feel like it does well no matter what lane he goes in.
10 seconds
He's
remaining.
usually able to tank up, serve his purpose with his double BKB once he gets a
5
refresher.
seconds
Does
remaining.
tons of damage with that and double static link and Eye of the Storm. So consistency is there. But they gave them the kind of beatdown that consistency doesn't really help you in the last game. And they go for the Queen of Pain again on Paparazzi. So you know what you're playing into in the mid lane at the very least.
Yeah.
The question is if it matters.
I mean, that is a really big question because I'm pretty sure Paparazzi. Lot of mid players.
Look at them.
And like, it's
10 seconds
it's a hero
remaining.
that doesn't have. It's not like Queen of Pain has no counters, but a
5
well-played Queen
seconds
of Pain
remaining.
is less than.
I mean, that's the face of a cold-blooded killer right there. Man who just does not care.
I do like the Razors though. It's like a very stable pick these days. Offer a surprising amount of damage, especially what's that refresher.
Radiant team
We
ban.
have 2 Eyes of the Storm going, just stepping away at the same target, just reducing armor
Mhm.
twice, basically. You know, every 0.4 seconds, I think, if you get the talent.
Yep.
That is a ton of minus armor, a ton of physical damage coming from that, and every
10
something that you have
seconds remaining.
to either burst them down, which is possible in this game. Certainly
5
the
seconds
Earthshake as well.
remaining.
Talk about that a little bit, because I believe XG is one of the few teams that actually run this Earthshake.
Radiant team's turn. Dire team's turn to pick.
What do you think that matches up? And oh, I think
Well,
you're gonna
we've
be happy
seen
about
some-
that one as well, aren't you?
I am. I had the clean feed open and not the stream, not
Oh,
the
yeah, it's a bit
in-game
late.
client.
Whoops.
So I'm gonna switch over to the in-game
10
because I
seconds
did hear the
remaining.
rubric in the background being picked up. It's a little bit uncommon, but you've got some amazing
5
spells to
seconds
steal. You
remaining.
get Earthshaker's kit. You get the damage coming up from the Queen of Pain. It's usually quite easy to steal her ultimate because she blinks in after she drops it. I mean, even taking a blink, you have a great mobility spell. But fun fact, drag and drop. Did you know that if you steal any abilities from the Earthshaker, you actually get his Aftershock passive?
Oh wow, that is.
Yeah, so you can drop your Fade Bolt, you can drop your ultimate, and you can even like telekinesis someone like beside you, and it'll drop an Aftershock around you and stun everybody.
That sounds very balanced. Thanks, Valve.
Yeah, Rubik is very weird like this. There's a couple abilities that he takes like the
Dire
hero's
team's turn
passives
to
of as well, and there's others that he doesn't.
Enchantress.
Earthshaker is one of the heroes that he does get that effect from. Next we
I
see
thought we were behind on the clean feed draft, but I think they're just missing the Rubik at the moment.
what do you mean missing the
Like it's not
10 seconds
look at the clean
remaining.
feed now.
Oh,
it's
what
not
the-
there.
Alright, that is
5
bizarre.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. Let me just go towards in game. Make sure that we're all on the same page and people don't think we're crazy.
How the hell did that happen?
Yeah, who knows? It's fine though. It's fine. It's all good.
Radiant
Yeah,
teams
but I
turned
would still like to know. That's confusing. So, anyways, it's like it's picked up.
It's like the
Yeah.
heroes picked so little that they don't have it in their overlay software or whatever.
Yeah. But they're just talking.
It does bug out sometimes. Because there's a different mode that you can enable to have
10
these
seconds
old
remaining.
style hero portraits rather than this new age draft screen.
5 seconds remaining.
I see. Pick up the Phantom Assassin immediately afterwards. The PA I do like against the Rubik. This is not
Dire
great
teams
ability for you
turned
to
to
steal.
ban.
It's a great hero jumping the back line as well. They can pump out a lot of damage with this one. And immediately they counter out with picking up the Timber Saw. So, hero that they're going to need strong laners to deal with, heavy magic damage. I do feel like Timber Saw is pretty
10
bad against the
seconds
Queen of Pain.
remaining.
Quap has a very easy time rotating whatever lane Timber Saw is in. Just
5
dropping down the
seconds
dagger,
remaining.
using the ultimate, and even if you get an early Hooded Defiance, it doesn't increase your base
Radiant
HP.
team ban.
So the pure damage that the ultimate does obviously goes right through Timber Saw. He's normally sitting at pretty low,
Dire
around half
team
HP, to build up his reactive armor stacks and continue to play pretty aggressive. So
Radiant teams
it's a
turned to
great pick into the
ban.
Queen of the Phantom Assassin, but not so much into the Quap. So we'll see if they can maximize the usage of this one here. TZY definitely going to have his work cut out for him. And I do imagine this is in the uplane. Once in a while, you see Timbersaw mid. And Beast Coast has run it in the safe lane before, but I don't think we're getting that spicy here.
10 seconds
These
remaining.
goos are crazy though. Crazy good, but still crazy. So
5
yeah,
seconds
I likely
remaining.
to see that here. I mean, probably gonna see over here. Let's see. Do you want to run Raze against Queen of Pain? Is that fine? I mean, Queen tends to blink away from the.
I mean, the build to go. A lot of people have been running Razor in the safe lane as well. It was other Terminators casting with you. D2CL, it was Chrysalis running Razor position 1 almost every single game.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting that
So
to
they
be
could-
+1 here. I'm just saying that if they have something else in mind, squad mid.
Yeah, well, they do have last pick, so a lot of options on their side. One of the few benefits of that one. Xtreme Gaming. I mean, I feel like several of these matchups are going to be Team Magma favored. Enchantress is going to have her work cut out for them. If you're a great Enchantress player, then, a lot can happen. But it comes down to, part RNG and what creeps that you end up getting, and part how disciplined is the enemy at keeping your camp blocked. At level 1 especially, the Enchantress, can either
Dire
completely
teams turn
dominate
to
your
pick.
lane or be kind of useless, depending on how, if she gets a D ward off, if you don't ward your camps at all, because that level 1 enchant only lasts 30 seconds and how long you steal the creep, you have to go all the way across the jungle in order to get something. By the time you get back to lane, you get 2 auto attacks on your creep off, and
10
then
seconds
a
remaining.
single spell before it ends up expiring, which is very sad.
5 seconds remaining.
Keep an eye on that and see. Should. But yeah, Xtreme got the mids. The Earthshaker. So are we looking for another offlane here? The Earthshaker and a support, or is it just...
Yeah, I think you're looking for position 3. They can kind of sit in lane by itself, allow Earthshaker to rotate, stack camps, play with the creep wave a little bit. Tidehunter is a hero that comes to mind, but Tidehunter isn't great against a lot of these heroes, unfortunately. Clockwork deals with Tidehunter pretty easily. Razor, builds an early BKB, can run the Tidehunter down. Timbersaw, great against strength heroes. The stun is great, but outside of that, it's not amazing. So I don't think they'll go Tide. If they do, I'd be kind of surprised. A consistent hero.
Radiant teams turn to pick.
Storm Spirit!
Ooh, boy. So they end up pulling a gotcha on not only Team Magma, but us as casters here. Drag and drop.
Yeah.
Xtreme Gaming, the Storm Spirit is their last pick, and Magma, they're probably going to be scratching their
10
heads
seconds
on this one. So certain there's going to be paparazzi in the mid lane.
Contrary to popular belief,
5 seconds
we do
remaining.
not know everything that's going on.
Oh, they are scratching their heads. Look at their faces right now. They're so confused about who is where.
That, yeah. Putting the thinking caps on.
Oh boy.
Don't have a lot of time left.
These cameras are good. I do miss me my lands.
It's great that he's playing the same room, although very different dynamic. Play together.
Ember Spirit.
Choose your hero.
See Ember Spirit as the last pick.
An interesting choice. So they could still switch things around. It is going to be Paparazzi on the Storm Spirit here. I feel like he's going to have an easier time dealing with the Ember. And, you know, he does. Single Static Remnant will end up breaking level 1 Flame Guard, which, you know, does survive a lot of other spells at the moment. And you don't have to do that same fake out with the dagger pulls there on Paparazzi against, you know, Ember trying to dodge out the Shadow Strike. I mean, last game it was a lot more difficult to deal with the Shadow Strikes coming out because there is a little bit of a cast point on the Dissimulate. Sleight of Fist, obviously, an instant cast ability, so very easy to get those dodges off when you see that dagger coming, especially when you're on low ping like a lot of these players are. Against the Storm Spirit, not so easy, and that means the Queen of Pain's gonna have an easy time dealing with this offline matchup. Whenever that Razor tries to run at you and drop that link, simply throw the Shadow Strike out and blink away, and there's no way he's gonna be able to chase you. They're going to have their work cut out for them here, Dragon Shop.
It's certainly something Xtreme Gaming pulling out the Spirit Hero after all for the mid lane, up against the Embers. So yeah, fairly even as far as that goes. Queen of Pain off lane though, it's yeah, not unheard of, but it's a little bit on the weird side for sure. Basically means that you have two heroes that do pretty much the same Storm and Swap, with slightly different power curves, but they can match up each other. It certainly
Prepare
means
for
that
battle.
you certainly have plenty of damage if you ever want to rotate into UI. So we're gonna have the freest of games. Gets to this 10 or 5 to 15 minute mark where he's normal, unless you bring 4 heroes.
Yeah. I mean, you do have the benefit of Earthshaker being a relatively weak, you know, rotating support. Doesn't do a ton of damage. Just, just provides a small stun. But I think that's like one of the only things you have going for you in this game. Well, that and Phantom Assassin being, you know, a safe lane here that doesn't deal great with this Timber Saw. They might try to run these heroes in the bottom lane. They're starting down here, so we'll have to see. Interesting enough, Phantom Assassin didn't start with any extra regen. Just ended up going Slippers, Magic Stick, Double Branches, and Quelling Blade. You can get yourself extra regen at the beginning of the game with the extra gold that you get from Bounty Rinse. So hopefully they don't punish this too hard.
He has it queued up, but yeah, I mean, this is where we go on a rant about how carries aren't titles. Because you don't buy any region, it's all just gonna have to come from the support, you know?
This ain't no
Tangles, give me
snowball
salve.
fight.
I need my money.
Where?
Yeah, this is exactly how it goes more and more these days, right?
Yeah.
1,000 tangos being pulled over from the 5-position report. Carried as
my favorite thing was I started to be studying like double ring of regen or something like that on Spectre, and demanding, yeah, it's like double ring of regen, Quelling Blade, and then it supports Pullum Tangos as well. That was happening for a little while. They actually won BT, like the Summit 13 online with that. It was hilarious to see.
Well, it's gotten one set of tangos himself coming out to Australia, DY also first level up in Nature's Independence. Heal coming in. Of course, the sticks will also be healed up. It's also down bottom. Have the Fissures trying to be a bit annoying. Dust away at quite a bit here, actually.
Well, if they're going to be able to trade with him, they're going to do it now at level 1 when Static Link is a little bit underwhelming. Only 7 damage per second drain rate. In the mid lane, Ember Spirit doing pretty well for himself. Paparazzi sitting on very low HP already, but once again, Paparazzi the first one to get his bottle, so he's going to go back up the full, get himself the water runes, and continue to deal with his Ember Spirit really easily.
Get the HP though, and yes.
So he's out CS'd him here, or at least, yeah. He's traded favorably with the Ember Spirit so far, and he ended up losing a lot of HP, but now that he's got his bottle, I don't think you can actually fight him, mate. If he drops a remnant and you like commit too hard onto him, he turns it around on you.
Maintain that, get rid of the full tank with it. Water with Paparazzi, yes. Drag the creep paper out a little bit.
Top
Where are you
lane.
going?
Fighting. Some stick recharges the work with, also fairy fires.
Also, nature attendance there. I mean, maybe for the point of impetus, you get the kill, but you force to play a little bit more defensive, unfortunately. But that was a nice play there by Paparazzi. He didn't actually drop any remnants on that last creep wave. Instead, he let Ember Spirit push it in with his flame guard, set the part, and that means he's able to drag the creeps over to him and bottle that rune without losing out on any EXP. Man even lets him. Man even controls the creep wave when the enemy is controlling it. That is sick.
That's some next level shit for sure.
Yeah. Pulls it back under his tower. I imagine he's gonna have a pretty easy time. Null Talisman means, yeah, he's gonna be able to secure every CS under the tower.
Bounty rune as
Yeah.
I don't think you need to deny that one because maybe grab it and stuff.
He might have been. He would have come up short. Yeah. I think you don't want to take any chances against Paparazzi. That was a very much needed rotation. He ended up denying the range creep from there. Got the bounty
Those
rune.
things aren't cheap, you know.
Ended up finding that courier.
Also Storm Spirit to walk all the way back home. Up top. Oh, already diving on TZ.
He's only got 2 points in the reactive armor though, so you don't do enough. Nice deny down there at the bottom lane. Looks like Dust about to drop though.
Spot right here. And the current. Okay, Ava just realized that a little bit too late that the current is also there. Get that kill. It's more.
Lose 2 down there. Until in the top lane, he's starting to bring the hurt. The top lane is starting to bring the hurt now onto the Phantom Assassin. PA, she CS pretty nicely down here, so you haven't managed to slow her down with this Timbersaw pickup, unfortunately. So
Okay, Paparazzi again. Have a level 6 here. This is awesome time. If you can grab a hold of it, you can with the chains inside the cogs. Why trying to trade? He was unable to really stop this from happening, though.
you don't have amazing heroes for these rotations. I mean, Earthshaker beat, but they saw him TP down to the bottom lane. He wasn't able to TP over the mid, so they couldn't slow him down or fisher him out of those power cogs. You actually can do that. It's a little bit tricky to land though. You can displace where the heroes are inside the cogs with a couple abilities. Nature's Prophet can do it as well with Sprout. Very nice there by Tank. He walks towards the Centaur camp as the clockwork goes on him. So wouldn't be able to finish him off if better result was jointing all the damage. Now, Kazi out of position.
Tried to go for the deny, but
Are those cracks
powerful
in
enough,
Dire's
so
top tower?
nice little catch. Just block a little bit aggressive. Why? It's gonna find it hard to be too aggressive right now. It's 3 points up the reactive armor, keeping the attacks going. This lane is his right now. Why trying to?
Don't let my casual
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Down two.
Another hero. Very nice. I was about to touch on what just happened up in the top lane. Ended up getting baited by this Phantom Assassin to walk away from the
Dire's
tower,
top
and the
tower is
catapult
under
went down
attack.
because of it. So his ability to take his tower is getting slowed down. The Enchantress is assisting a lot as well. If the creeps aren't clicking away at the tower, then you aren't going to be able to take. You just do way too little clicks on the Timbersaw. So they got the catapult, the 5-minute one. They pulled away the creep wave, and Timbersaw is not accomplishing Timbersaw things. His Phantom Assassin is continuing to find farm. And you're not taking the tier 1 tower in the top.
Yet anyway, but you're making life a little awkward for Assassin and force the TV out. 3 juicy range creeps that she not get any.
Didn't. I mean, the bright side is that Timbersaw isn't going to find too much of that XP either. He ended up losing half the creep wave while he chased the PA down. But definitely an underwhelming game for this Phantom Assassin. Hopefully, he can make up for it elsewhere on the map.
So, paparazzi going on in mid again. Why with Central Warner lecking around. At the same time, down bottom, they did run down tank. Able to help out of. Now, still a bunch of damage. You're getting a few extra right clicks in on Ava. Gotta watch out for that.
Ava's got the escape though, as long as he holds on to this blink. If he goes forward too aggressively, he does have a 12-second cooldown, so he can end up getting punished, but he's played it fine so far, so I've got complete confidence in him. Earthshaker doesn't have such an easy time dealing with the clockwork though. He went down the first time, and he may just go down again if the Earthshaker walks any further forward. He didn't have vision of him there.
Top tower is under attack.
Now he's got vision. So Kazu's just gonna walk at him.
Dire's
He
top
doesn't have
tower
boots
has
yet
fallen.
though, so he needs to be able to get on top of him. He's got the wind lay, so he's got some movement speed. Oh, he got played.
Locked off. So should just full T1 comes out.
No.
Here one on top. I'm falling with getting tougher and tougher to defend that. Why? Just he's in this.
Gus is so far away from the tower.
Here I am. What the hell? What? Why was he there? I did not even realize.
Yeah.
Dust.
Yeah, dust is dust.
Sprites are with us.
That was a bit. Now they're trying. What's another? Okay, there we go. One last round of spells. That danger is close, and that was before the
Dire's
ultimate was
middle
even
tower
online.
is under attack.
Actually, but yeah, that dust being that far forward, when you kind of have a relative idea of where the enemies are, you can see them in the mid lane moments later. When you play against Storm Spirit, he has such an easy time gap closing and getting on top of you. You can very easily punish heroes that even have a lot of movement speed. Thanks to Storm Surge on Razor. Speaking of Razor,
There you go. Dire has fortified their structure. Dire's middle tower is under
Extra damage, paparazzi committing forward, and it's just not mana to get back out. Now it's easy. Why? 3 against 1, I don't think it's going to be enough. Just stacking up the Shadow Strikes. So you got to find Ava. That's not Sonic Wave, but the map is quite check out.
you would have been able to survive that one. Hooded Defiance ended up blocking too much of that magic damage with the barrier. He had a stick with 10 charges as well, so it would have just ended up wasting the ultimate if he tries to commit onto that one there. Pain working on this spirit vest. Once he has that, finding his kills on his himself is much easier.
DY, quick jump in there from Papa. Kill on the
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Dominating! Double kill!
right. Oh, chains on DY. Xtreme's still going though. He can just walk away.
To me!
That easy. Just walk out.
Walk out.
That was definitely a misplay by DY. I don't think he figured to get pushed back into the tower though, then changed up underneath it.
Yeah.
But he makes it out alive, and they do lose the clockwork. So, well, results are what matters, I suppose.
Could be lucky that the rune spawned top and there was a haste rune though. Like if it's any other rune. Sure, just raining damage from wrong target. Phantom Assassin able to stay on top. Next up committed, just to make sure they can get this kill for any reinforcements or that's once. Is that his job this game? Is he just a top lane guy?
I mean, you push two towers, you're creating space, but who are you creating space for? I mean, Ember? Timbersaw? I mean, If you lose these kind of kills, remember. That sounds good.
Tower isn't
Burning them,
last
tank.
long.
What's the light? The flame. The flame got stopped.
Dire's middle tower just went
It
down.
ended up taking.
Burn him down. He lives. The other two don't.
They lose not one but two there, and that was after they lost. They couldn't find any of those kills. And again, who are you making space for right now? Like, Razor was dead at that time. You lost Ruby, you lost Ember Spirit. Kaz on the other side of that farm, but that's just a superhero. And the later this goes, the easier time the Santos out is going to
Dire's
have.
middle tower is under attack.
And, she is planning on taking this game light, going far down. And this battlefield has become a little bit less popular, going back for this game. And we're behind where you want to be on CS. You're 4.4k at 12 minutes of the game, but she can catch kills, or well, 3 kills to the part of really helping get there.
The Valkyrie duff come online. Get a close running. The angle right now. Wow.
You pop the barrier pretty quickly. Concerned about this Queen of Pain. She doesn't have the Spirit Vessel yet, so you have to be extremely concerned. But
Not too far away.
yep.
4 more minutes. Hour 2.
That's a lot of damage coming out onto him. He does heal up fairly quickly now. He's got 20 more attacks with that reactive armor. Sal was going down as well.
Oh boy. Certainly doesn't feel.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Right.
You have to be concerned about.
Nope, the top lane is this does work a lot better. You know, he's able to get away.
There's that skill to kill. Thank might give his regeneration here, but gets done out. A bit of extra help from the Dark Troll. Summon push.
Nature attend us.
If he wanted to catch him inside the car, so just keeps flying back and forth, over here. Yeah, magic damage. Yes, it's cheaty.
And that's going to be Blink Dagger completed on tank. He did have to drop his Echo Slam in that last team fight, but oh man, was it worth it. Now I think he'll be able to get this retail off this as well.
They want to be right there. Backfill with the cover. Same through that sunny wave, but big jump over towards Mercy. That's a bit of extra damage on him. Down indeed. Should take out. Back over the Queen of Pains.
Dominating.
Drop, but
Yeah, he does not. TP out. Kazi interrupted it.
Triple kill.
Is that triple kill for the Ember Spirit, who's also able to finish off the two bullets?
that was such a quick reaction lift from the Rubik. He only had a single point in it, but it ended up coming out onto Stone Path after he got snuffed on the Shaker afterwards. And everybody ends up falling because he couldn't blow up the hero quite fast enough on the way out. So super sick fight there. Rubik did a lot of damage. Raze were able to take him down in that fight either. And once he gets his BKB, I think he's gonna have an easy time staying on top of heroes. He have an easier time staying on top of heroes, and that's when they're gonna have to rely on this Phantom Assassin a little more. Right now it's all magic damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Enough magic damage here. Defiance means nothing.
Nope. Plenty of control too. Just the one put up the electric effects. So the Earth Shake, they've also had it putting up this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where's our Phantom
Not much
Assassin
good's
cam?
happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, we need
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
PA
no
cam.
more.
Status farming. Yeah, it's completed though. At this point, she'll start accelerating pretty far ahead of the rest of the heroes in the no boost will be able to keep up with her. Razor, not an extremely fast farming hero. You can like
Radiant's
spam
bottom
top of the field.
tower is under attack.
Eye of the Storm, or to clear things out. That's what he's gonna do right now. But there's no way you're keeping up with the battlefield on PA.
Can also
Come get healed. Mega kill.
Shot over offside. He's some damage accurate. Jump fly. Paparazzi. He needs to flip and he does. Just to the ground. Russell's team will have to pick up the flag. Do you want Shockwave actually missed. That's a bit awkward. They lose EA. In the middle of all. And flying back is Ava. Falls. Jumps forward. Another triple for his Ember. How does he do it?
They're calling his Arcane putting in his T fight. It is even better than double damage in my opinion. Only get the bonus 100 CO damage, but the mana cost 4.2 second cooldown with that bonus damage. It is just too much to deal with. He ended up doing 4,000 damage in that last fight. It was all him.
Over here now. Quite over. Lost the cross. You're trying to get rid of Merns, but he's all alone. Bit too deep.
He thinks about going in, does have a hook. If you get on top of the Earthshaker with this, Earthshaker does go down, but he wouldn't follow up. It looks like he's gonna back up for now. That Arcane rune, very opportune time.
There it goes.
Nah.
It's hook shot set up in the chains.
This should make my life easier.
Yeah, in much better shape this game. The mid lane not so one-sided. The cores, I think that's what's going to decide the game here.
Do it with flair.
Unfortunately, it's not going to scale as well as the Phantom Assassin, but I do feel very strong when you get refractor on the Razor.
You weren't particularly bright
That's a
or
ton of money. Not looking
enduring.
for Paparazzi just like that, but that was gold extra.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. Huge Echo Slam there by the Earthshaker, and unfortunately they turned that one.
Paparazzi always I feel like he's being mad about the late.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Single-handedly.
Radiant structures are fortified. Monster kill!
Long time.
It looks like Dire fortified their structures.
He's conditioning him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
To be in the mid lane again. This is what's going to happen to the rest of the game. Now, but understands that.
Dire's courier has been killed. Double kill.
He's at the back line. The Mercy down again. He has an outward, I'm telling you.
I mean, you could argue that. You could also. It is a hero that jumped the backline in this game, and Rubik is the only backline hero. Yeah, everybody else is.
Sense death. Get out of here.
My bad. Won't happen again. I think there's some sort of vendetta here. It's very angry, you know, emotional player. Paparazzi.
Alright, we'll just leave us. We've got the Storm Spirit that's popping off. We've got EA who's dying a little bit earlier, but still the battlefield going, working on that BKB, more than halfway there.
Just needs another 1,250 gold, and that one will be completed. Then she's going to be able to participate in some of the team fights a little bit easier. A lot of magic damage from both these teams. But again, when it comes to the late game, the Phantom Assassins is going to do great against the Razor.
Let the fun begin.
They were not
Radiant's middle tower could use some
expecting him
help.
to be on. They now see a couple more heroes down bottom. Well, bit of kill if they just pulled the kill.
I think both teams are a bit nervous. Well, more so than they were before. There's been a lot of times where your team has just turned it around. They have a bunch of stuns this game, so
Get echoed again.
yeah, if you don't know where the Earthshaker is, you feel like he's going to be sitting behind the storm and turning things around. From our other heroes, you have to be always concerned when you don't see the Earthshaker on them. When that goes off the cooldown. Bottom lane.
Why?
There you go. Oh, that's fun.
Takes a while.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, it's like waving his arms around, like, what's he doing? Oh, that's a right click. Yeah, that makes sense.
But like you said, it does take a while. I don't really think they mind this it's going down, especially on the other side of the map. So if multiple heroes are forced to take down, we call that space created in the industry.
Exactly.
The space assassin finishes up her BKB, and now she's going to be ready to fight. Or potentially start to play around the roast pit. That's going to be the next major objective of these teams. And you make it a lot easier on Xtreme Gaming. Several heroes that are good at Enchantress, Fetimus, both able to tank roast shop, and
Radiant's
an
top
excellent
tower
AD carrier.
has looked better.
But I think they're going to woke up instead. Yeah, they're looking to take control of the roast pit area.
Echoes to making sure, and the BKB comes through. He's walking away. He's not the lift, you know, the right place to finish him off in the end. Double kill. Against Kazi, paparazzi game with the vendetta.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
3 Magma signals fall. The tower soon follows. Yeah, any help left on it.
Yeah, it's the moment those items are done, like even before that BKB is completed, the rest of the side of Xtreme are go. They're wasting absolutely no time. They're playing this so fast around their timing, and they move the reverse pit right after grabbing that tier 1 tower, but they're not willing to give this up on Magma.
Tons of damage here. The magic is real. Killed off. Why everyone else too? No, want to continue here.
That's the BKB revealed there in the atmosphere. He did not have that in the previous fight. He didn't have that seconds ago. It did. I just come out on him itself. Or Shaker. Punished for his initiation, the attempted initiation there. So fine.
He's the right thing though, even though he's still available, he still need to take a little bit of time, but he needs to spend quite a lot of resources back down the play. So he's still the hero of choice to go in and create this kind of chaos, make sure that Embersword can have all the information and go into this fight safe.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
And you did get that BKB completed before the finished up his Orchid, so you're a lot safer than you would be otherwise in the Ember. What can you do?
He's the one who got assassinated.
Rock it on.
This
Very
the
nice.
best possible hero to catch in this.
Yep. Top net hero on their team. The PA ended up losing 300 gold, went down as well. And it's 800 in total. At bounty, 2100 XP, that PA kill.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But this will allow them to take a little bit more control as well. Storm Spirit playing inside your triangle at the moment, but I think they're about to... There'd be a bit of smoke up here on the side of Magma. But it looks like they're just going to walk towards the top lane.
They have any.
Crazy about playing by himself at the bottom lane. He feels a bit underwhelming in these fights. I think he really wants to finish this low, so I certainly think that he sees the Orchid on the Storm Spirit. If he can reflect the Orchid coming out onto a hero, then Storm Spirit will just end up dying. He also wants to be able to get the sounds off himself, obviously.
Yes, he will leave the air.
Yeah.
Holy shite!
Yeah, I mean, is on too far forward that you punish him for him. Punish him for
We'll talk about that one just tank. Still on the fire, presumably. If he actually is actually going back in, he can tank all this chaos. He gets some.
Ow. But that Ever's chasing something. I mean, he feels very strong. He's gone to just guard DPS. He's got the Flame Guard evolution. And he's got that Nether Shawl as well. Unfortunately, it was a lot of physical damage that he took from the Phantom Assassin the moment the stuns came onto him in the place. He's like a fraction of a second from getting his steering chains off his ball. So he pop those heroes out. I think he just like two of them goes down for him dying there, and it's become worth it. But fortunately, they've reacted pretty quickly to him going on him.
Reflects from the lockdown on Salt and Papa. Hey, meanwhile, up Kazi.
Double kill.
Also left to the undivided kidness 1 against 5. It's finally opening. Actually, we're looking for the Roche pit.
Yeah, you do have to be hesitant, but you can test this one. Don't think that they're even going to try now. And just end up Zapton as well. Losing losing over Rashawn.
Something tells me we haven't seen the last of him.
Phantom Assassin, I believe, will start to run away with this game with the Delta layer and the Battlefield. And yeah, Matt's really playing a massive part in this game as well. You can play them strip. I think Mindbreaker is better this game, but the Phantom Assassin has a gun in it. Yeah.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower deserves
That's
just
a
as
nice
much help
find
as
for the Razor. That's really the time you get.
Radiant have fortified their structures. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Players here.
Getting there. Said.
Over here now.
Cooldowns here with this.
That's a 7-second BKB on Phantom Assassin, so it's down to the depths. And now she's gonna play defensive the next little bit. You just looking to take all the other towers, and at the top they did manage to defend. So you guys are picking around.
You have some good vision here. They left him the one's this long. Getting his kill. He's eating a crazy fit. It's a Abaddon, you know? You can't kill him.
They just take
It forever.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have
it gives
to
them
take this abuse.
ample opportunity to just back off. They don't want to give up any more kills. So if you just give up the enchanter, it's not so.
Go from here, though. The thing is that you don't want to be too crazy aggressive.
No, he just wants the Titan Silver in. He's thinking about it. Oh, it does. Good. I'm not big on that. I think I'd rather see the Elf Tunic for the evasion. He's going for Butterfly next. I mean, Refresher Orb on the Razor. I feel like that's pretty important. You need that extra magic unity. Double Eye of the Storm, double static, like, it's a big deal. He hasn't gotten it yet, but I guess he feels like he needs defense more than anything else in this game. So instead, he works this on Yosh.
That should help.
He uses like first items.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Seen that as well before refresher time?
I've been wanting this.
Really that wise.
I'm helping survive the Phantom Assassin burst. But he knows like you said, with the Hyper Zone as his burst. Strange stuff.
It's also just a lot actually burst damage here. It's a low duration capability.
He raises front line, it looks spirit chip away at everybody.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It can be completed now on the Storm Spirit, and it's gonna be that much difficult to bring it down. Because again, a lot of your damage to the moving magical December Spirit is relying completely on that. The only person who's doing physical damage, or well, mean, it's not the BKB, it's the Razor. The 100% of that.
Yeah. Get the drain out on PA. Who them jumps limited.
Killing spree.
One jump on the other. That's boom. Trouble with Kazi just.
Double kill.
30 seconds left on this ace. Lions pushed too far in for the PAD on this. They've gotten the bottom tower, but I think this is going to be this first. Unfortunately, I don't think Magma is capable of getting into Xtreme, even if the Aegis expires.
There. Whenever they don't tank, you always worry about the guy.
These team fights around.
So quickly, why hell not? Paparazzi.
Regeneration.
He's back into the burning down DY, at least trying to.
Gotta be careful with how far you chase though. Tank is looking for reintegration.
Nursing again, and sit back and now forward and that's his dead. He's down to jump on top of Galaxy. Not long for the world either. Just trying to do what he can, which is stun up actually behind the train. I'm taking stuff. It's a full 5-man wipe.
Yeah, you did not have the vision there to take that team fight on Magma. They completely played you there. Everyone was waiting on the high ground, waiting for you to walk further forward. And visions other lanes, especially when they're being pushed in like this. Top lane is so far forward, then you know that they're playing and turning things around on you.
Middle tower has
Magma got baited there for sure, and Tank ends up turning another team fight around with some 6 Fishers coming out.
I guess Radiant fortified their structures.
And now the Phantom's ass becoming a little bit too much to deal with at this point as well. So much damage from her. They got Aiden Scepter queued up, so waiting for that the blur and the cooldown reset when she manages to find a kill. You can make quick work of the supports and it makes all the difference in the world. They've got Ghost Scepters queued up now on the supports, but I'm not sure they'll have the chance to finish them. The rate this game is going in.
Completely fell apart a little while ago and pulling out. I recover about 20k gold lead. We actually could have some rats. Third one not open to them. Still tier 2 up top. I can't imagine that to survive much long either here. They're gonna pick off, reset, get the cooldowns back, get the mana back here. The tank is completely out. This thing is ended.
Yeah.
Getting the classic performance power picks. That's something that you'll do when you know that it's about to end in the next couple of minutes.
Very, very late power treads. Yeah, I can see it. He's got cheap stick queued up next. It's a big dream for someone who builds late power treads. He's looking to play in the middle of these team fights. Doesn't want to sit back anymore. Ceremonial Robe is such a big pickup on the Earthshaker as well. I mean, they're just going to completely crush them in this next team fight. And they're trying to build these next couple of items before the next fight. I mean, Hyperstone, this play now. Dust is probably kicking himself right now, wondering what this is going to do for him when they're pushing the base, because he's going to get blown up. He needs to be able to, at very least, complete this assault cross. They're not giving them the time. They're not going to wait for this next Roshan. Instead, they just want to push high ground.
That's what disappears. Shower of red. Some of the damage is being drained. Don't jump away. Gotta recharge. We're just yet DY. Super low, but not enough. He can live to heal back up.
PA just trying to heal up as much as he can off of these creeps. DY is going to pop everyone back up. It's good to see if this Holy Lock hit plus Nature's Attendance with the extra wisps. But, right back in they go with Timbersaw dead this time. And Echo Clan now available.
Go on, Darcy. Doesn't have to be all the running is cut off. And that's a dead Razor. Again. Only so much of the Ember Spirit can stun his death. That's smashed. It's great. Buyback is a bit.
Radiant's top tower has
if it even matters at this stage.
And That's it.
I realize it. Gee,
Radiant's
well
top
played
tower
in
has
game number
fallen.
2.
Radiant's top
Nothing
barracks
stop, at least not immediately.
Xtreme Gaming to keep up with everybody's expectations now 3-1 overall in this Division 2 here. Dragon Drop, the only team they had dropped a game to was YBB. Every other game they take in a very convincing fashion. Such quick series coming out here from Xtreme Gaming.